All right, episode 3. Last time we left off, we'd killed Nessus, the Centaur chieftain. We brought his head to Leonidas, and Leonidas told us to go to Delphos, because apparently the Oracle of Delphos is the only one who could possibly know where the monsters are coming from. But for that, we're going to have to brave the Megaran Coast. Now, good. This is good. This is exactly what I wanted to show you guys. So you see this? Shrine of Experience. What you're going to do is press L. That's going to leave a portal, right? So, this is what you do. You go to the next place that has one of these portals, these permanent ones. And next time you have to give in a quest, what you do is first you travel back to this, and then you activate the shrine, then press L again to make another one of these, and then go back, and then when you give in the quest, when you finish it, you get double XP. That's just one of those tricks that you learn playing Titan Quest. You end up doing it like out of instinct. Last episode was pretty epic. I was not expecting Nessus to have a blue item, a fell blade. But we killed him. Oh my god. Now this is pretty amazing. What are the odds? This is going to be a good episode, you guys. That blue item there is one of my favorite armors in the entire game. This is a good day. I knew I should have because today I ate Nutella for the first time in like maybe 5 years, and I knew that Nutella sandwich was gonna give me lots of good luck. So I'm pretty happy right now. We're not gonna kill Nessus again, because this is the thing. Titan Quest, every time you run the game again, all the monsters respawn. So what people do is, for example here, Spartan Camp, what they do is they exit the game. They not completely, just exit to the main menu, then reload this character or whichever character you're playing with, and then they travel to the Spartan camp, and what you do is you farm the boss, because there are many bosses, well, a few at least, that spawn near portals, for example, and things like that. So what you do is you just take advantage of that. See, Nessus here, we could technically go and kill him, but that would take too much time. I'm not going to farm in this account. Well, the only thing we're going to do is play the game straightforward, you know? Just actually, do I have to kill Nessus to get through here? Is he guarding the pass? Okay, we'll see. Hold on. Okay, well, we might have to kill him. Luckily, he's not as strong as last time, because he doesn't have such a good armor. Such a good weapon. But no, we're not going to do this. This is going to take way too much time. So we're just going to skip through this, because we've already done this. Just ignore my actions, please. This is terribly inappropriate for Falcor. By the way, some of the videos, like out of the 5 comments, I read them all. I read all 5 comments, and Marcus said I should choose Rune Master as my secondary profession. So I'm gonna make a poll, but for now, that one vote is the one that counts. So Marcus, you might get what you wanted. I think it's a good idea. I don't like the new classes, because I have this suspicion that they're overpowered. But sure, you know, we'll do it. We'll use Rune Master. If it's overpowered, it might even be an advantage. Because we're gonna be pretty weak. We don't have too many good items. Hold on, I'll show you the Theban armor just now. I'm just gonna run away. This is what we just got, Theban Cuirass. Again, level 10, we can't use it yet, but we will in like 4 levels. This is really, really good. And as you can tell, it's part of a set. The more pieces you have, the better. And this is a huge boon to our cause. So we combine that with Fellblade, we're gonna be good. Sorry about this, I'm just gonna, there we go. That should do it. Anyway, subtext of today's episode. Many people that know about my situation, you know, my friends and loved ones, have been asking, how the hell did I know that that something was wrong with me? Like, wrong with me. That I was sick. How did I realize? Because I was diagnosed in August, as I said previously. So how did I know until then whether, you know, something was wrong? And that's actually really a good question. Basically, there were three main symptoms that I noticed, and these symptoms by themselves are actually not such a big deal. Like, you'd say most people feel these things, you know, regularly or semi-regularly, but stress can cause these things. And the thing is, my symptoms kept getting worse over time. That was the main thing that got my interest. So the three symptoms are, that I noticed at least, was extreme tiredness. I was very tired all the time, and it kept getting worse. Like, at first it was just when I was working out, I realized that I'd get out of breath more often, and I couldn't lift as heavy, even though I was eating really well, and my energy was fine. I just felt out of breath all the time. Which, there's a big difference, like, especially if you're used to lifting and working out, you know what I'm talking about. Like, one thing is to have low energy, and it's a completely different thing to not have air, like feeling out of breath. Anyway, that was one of the first symptoms, that I was just tired all the time. The second symptom was that I was cold, and like, August is pretty warm, and I was wearing a huge jacket. Like, I have this winter jacket that I inherited from my mom because she doesn't use it anymore, but it's huge. It's like this Eastern European jacket. It's really, really cool. Military green, like a moss green color. And I was using that in the middle of the sun because I was freezing all the time. So I'd be cold all the time. And that wasn't such a big deal, but it added to the symptoms. And the third symptom, which I think is what it's what convinced me that something was definitely not right, was that I was getting extremely frequent moments where my heart would be racing really, really fast. And we even measured it once with a friend of mine, and it was like above 100 beats per minute consistently. So like the whole day. And that's not good. But these symptoms were progressive. So it got bad by the end, by, you know, August, but until then I had to go through just tiredness, really. And you know, everyone gets tired from time to time. I was going through a stressful time. I didn't realize this, but I was actually under a lot of stress. I was trying to start a company, which actually worked out okay, but it was a lot of work, physically demanding work, because I was working with concrete, basically. So it was, you know, daily work, designing things, and you know, when you start a company out of nowhere, just from scratch, basically your mind's thinking about that company all the time. There are no schedules and things like that. Like, you're always thinking, how can I make this better? How can I make the customer experience better, and things like that. Anyway, I was under a lot of stress. I didn't have enough money to to have the life I wanted, or to give the life I wanted to my girlfriend, like take her out more often and things like that. So I was kind of stressed, and so I thought maybe it was just that. But then, oh crap! But then it got progressively worse, and a friend of mine called Joaquin was like, "Hey, listen, like, if it's that bad, just get a blood test." And I should have listened to him way earlier, because blood tests aren't that complicated. You just go and you take out blood. That's it. It's not like they do anything else. They just take out blood, and then if everything's okay, nothing happens. Or I mean, they send you the results, but like, who cares? You can ask your like any doctor to just read the results, and they'll be like, okay, it's fine. Like, you're okay, you're healthy. But if something comes up, I think by law, like, someone has to tell you from wherever you took the blood out that that something's wrong. So that's exactly what happened. I took out, blood. I noticed that the blood was kind of weird looking. It was really brown. Not a single drop of redness. It was all brown. It was all brown. But I thought it could be anything. Come on. Maybe I'm losing. Maybe I'm losing my ability to distinguish colors or some crap. I don't know. Yeah. So I took out blood, and the next day they called me from the clinic, and they said, "Hey, can you talk?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Can you walk?" I'm like, "I think so." And this was like, I was on my last legs, honestly. It was really bad. Like, I could barely breathe sometimes, and my heart was really, really racing, going super duper fast, and I could barely sleep because my heart was going so fast that I woke up from it. Like, it would trigger an adrenaline response from my body. So it was pretty bad. And they're like, "Okay, listen, we need you to go to a hospital right away." This was in August. And I'm like, are you sure? And they're like, "Yeah, can you pay for a taxi? Do we have to send an ambulance?" Or I'm like, "No, I mean, I'll make it." So I went to the hospital. I feel like I'm skipping over some stuff, but it doesn't matter. I went to the hospital, and I told them that it's urgent, and they immediately they were like, "Yeah, sure, go talk to the doctor immediately." I'm like, "Here are the results." They had sent it to me on email, and the doctor looks at the results, and then looks at me, and sees that I'm really pale and can barely breathe, and I'm not focusing. Like, when you can tell that someone's eyes can't focus. Like, I was just like looking into the distance, and he's like, "Listen to me, kid. I'm gonna talk to you like you're my son, okay?" And I'm like, "Crap, that's bad. That's probably bad." And he's like, "Listen, kid, these numbers make absolutely no sense. Like, your blood test numbers don't make sense. Usually I tell the person to get another blood test, but just looking at the state of you, I can tell that something's up." And I'm like, "Well, what is it?" Like, I thought it was anemia, possibly, because the symptoms are similar to anemia. Like tiredness, paleness, like I was really pale, lack of breath, things like that. Like, it's lack of, iron in the blood, so the hemoglobin can't transport oxygen, and it seemed like that. And he's like, this looks like it's way more complicated than a problem with iron. You're not. I don't think it's just you're just anemic. I think something's wrong." And he's like, "I'm sorry that I have to tell you this like that, but like you need to like go to another hospital." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah." He's like, "This hospital is really good, but what you need is to go to so and so hospital, and if they don't accept you, you have to go to this other hospital." And he took out his wallet And he's like, do you have money for a taxi? And I'm like, I do have money for a taxi. He's like, then run. This is a note that I'm writing, explaining to whoever you show it that this guy needs attention immediately. You go to that other hospital and get medical attention immediately. Run. He's like, run as fast as you can. Get out of here. And I couldn't even thank him. I should go back and thank him, tell him everything's okay. But I was shocked. Like he told me exactly what I needed to hear for me to realize that this was serious. So I went to the first hospital. They were like, "No, fam, you need like a better health insurance." So I went to the other hospital, and that other hospital turned out to be the best decision because they treated me like a king. Like I didn't even have an account. You know, I'm not sure how it works around the world, but like you gotta register if you're gonna. You gotta register in that hospital and make like an account and everything before they start treating you. But since I was like in an urgent state, they just did everything really quickly for me. And so yeah, so they looked at my results. They did another test because again, the numbers made no sense. But while they were waiting for the results, they gave me a blood transfusion because a team of blood scientists, hematologists, had looked over my numbers and they recognized what was going on. They didn't tell me, but I think they knew immediately like what they're looking at. And they said, this guy needs blood immediately because he's going to pass out and maybe die. They even said it was like almost a miracle that I was standing, talking, let alone walking. They're like, you came in like the last second. And I'm more and more convinced that if I would have stayed at home or not picked up that phone or just slept, fallen asleep and not woken up when they called me, I might have died. And I'm very serious. That's because I waited. Rather than get a blood test like a normal person when you're feeling anemic or just down or tired and it's not getting better, rather than get a blood test, I thought, I'm strong. I'm like Falcor. Nothing can kill me, which is fine. Which is fine. This is like, I think it's okay mentality, you know. But it nearly cost me my life. So I'm not saying you should panic. If whoever's listening, like, obviously don't panic, because this is something extremely rare. What happened to me, very rare, especially at my age. This is way more common in children and old men actually. So don't panic. But what I'm saying is, better you know, sleep safely and know that everything's all right than be sorry, you know, because I could have lost my life if I waited another day. So I'm just happy to be alive, you know. Hold on, just gonna, yeah. Yeah, and that was just because, you know, someone called me and I just happened to wake up and that was enough. Luckily, I'm just a lucky guy. Like I don't know what it is, what I did in a past life or what I'm doing, but like I consider myself easily like the luckiest guy in the whole world. Because I'm gonna like, for all those interested in seeing Falcor's journey and my story, you're gonna see that like, if it's not fate, it's just blind luck or something, but like a series of very fortunate events happened for me to be here right now talking to you guys. Very fortunately. You're just like, what are the odds? Like even the pandemic, like, what are the odds of a pandemic hitting exactly when it hit? Like, like for me, I mean, you know, in general as well, but like, damn, these things are tough. Oh my god. Well, anyway, like that's the story of. Oh my god, we lost the achievement. I'm such a noob. Oh Jesus. Well, it doesn't matter. Who cares? It's still good to be alive, isn't it? Just a shame that we went all the way here for nothing. Anyway, that was the story of like what I wanted to talk about today. Basically that. Prudent advice would be to just get a blood test. If you know, if you're ever feeling really stressed and you're not sure about like how you're feeling and things like that, just, you know, get a blood test. It costs like next to nothing, I think. And costs next to nothing. And you know, you get peace of mind, really. Next episode, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about more details about like what happened when they put me in the clink, when they put me in the. I'm not gonna kill these things. When they put me in the hospital, you know, more details about like medically what's happening and things like that. So you're gonna have a bit more context, but I just wanted to make sure today to talk about how important it is to just be aware of your health, you know? Just be aware. Am I feeling tired? Am I running out of breath? What the crap? I'm gonna die again here? Jesus. Well, at least we got a blue today. Yeah, just be aware. Just be aware of your health and, you know, eat well. I suppose maybe that's the most important thing I think you can do for your health is get some movement, you know, move around, get fresh air. I think air is super important, and eat well and be aware. That's it. That's all you have to do. So anyway, while we were talking, I've been attempting to go through the Spartan Woods, and we found a bunch of spider people. Now, those spider people, for any Titan Quest fan, they know that spiders are stupid. These arachnid people are they're actually super easy to kill. I don't know why I'm so so gosh darn weak. We're gonna change my armor a little bit. This is really good. I gotta change my shield. I gotta get a better shield. The thing is, I haven't been paying too much attention. I've been spending too much time talking. My big mouth got me killed again in the game. So we're just, you see, these things, the tiny ones, those are the ones that are killing me. The big ones aren't such a big deal. But anyway, so the idea is at least, so we're at 23 minutes. I'm trying to keep these under 30 minutes. The idea is to get to the Megaran Coast. You'll see what it's like. It's pretty cool. Classic Titan Quest location. Yeah, I need a better weapon for sure. Like, that's the problem. I'm level 7 with like a level 3 weapon. I'm not hitting hard enough. I need to change this. I haven't been picking up any or paying attention to any. Hold on, just gonna check something. There. I haven't been paying attention to any drops, any yellow drops. Okay, I think we're gonna. Yeah. Hold on. Something's wrong with the audio. Maybe. Whoa. What happened? Oh no, what happened? Oh crap. What happened? Oh my god, it crashed. I'm so sorry. Well, what an episode. I guess these things happen too, right? We're just gonna relaunch it. Luckily we had just activated one of the fountains. So we should be spawning there. We're just gonna see what happened. I think I screwed up something with the options, or maybe I played too much with the options and it kind of it did something to Titan Quest. I don't know. It doesn't usually crash. I've never had Titan Quest crash on me. We're just gonna... You see, ironically, this armor is the exact cuirass that we found. That was the Theban cuirass. So the Titan Quest, all the Titan Quest posters have the same guy, who looks like Falcor, because it's Falcor, and he's wearing the cuirass, the chest armor that we found. Perfect. Okay, we're here. All right, so we got like 4 more minutes. This here is a bug. This sometimes this happens. And now the sound came back. Yeah, something was wrong last time. I don't know what happened. We're gonna sell all this. We're gonna change this. We're gonna sell this. And we actually need a better weapon, but yeah, this sucks. This is terrible. Ooh, actually, what does this need? It needs dexterity. We're gonna put some points into dexterity, because I really want to use this blade. This was a huge advantage if we can use it. And I know we leveled up, so we're gonna use our points. This is really good, and this is really good. Okay. What do we do? I think we're gonna end this episode here. You know, we had a pretty deep discussion today. Pretty heavy stuff. I know it's kind of depressing sometimes. I'm aware of that, but like it's one of those things that like everyone asks me, and I think it's important. So like I'm only gonna put that message out once. Just be aware of your health. Don't freak out about it. Just be aware of it. You know, take it into consideration, and don't wait until the last moment like me. And listen to your friends, because your friends will see things and notice things that you didn't. And many people didn't take me seriously when I said that I was tired all the time, that I was out of breath, I was falling asleep all the time, just anywhere. Like I'd you know, lay down on a couch, and in 30 seconds I was passed out like a log. So, you know, people were like, what the hell, why are you sleeping all the time? And nobody really took it seriously. But 1, 2, 3, maybe 5 friends of mine were like, take it seriously. I can tell that you're going through something. Just please, you know, go to a doctor. And I listened eventually, just a little too late, almost too late. But yeah, those friends saved my life. So I suggest, you know, learn from my experience, and stay healthy. And remember, no matter how bad things get, it's always good to be alive. Trust me. Anyway, that's the end of our episode for today. I really hope you liked it. We died like 5 times, but we got a really good blue. Thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, please. Thank you kindly.